Paramashiva, inhale and exhale deeply with 25 heads and 75 eyes and 50 hands. Visualize, meditate, connect with him. He is a living, alive being. Drop your form into his form and dissolve. Remember, you are a Sarupya Mukta, means your form is dissolved into his form. All my disciples, now I am initiating Salokya Mukti, Samipya Mukti, Sarupya Mukti, Sayujya Mukti. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. 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 Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om 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 Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om
Connecting with the divine with your eyes closed is meditation. Connecting with the divine with your eyes open is darshan. Come, let us all now move from meditation to darshan. Slowly, very slowly, please open your eyes. Connecting with the divine with your eyes closed is meditation. Connecting with the divine with your eyes open is darshan. Come, let us all now move from meditation to darshan. Slowly, very slowly, please open your eyes.
கைலை படித்தவனே கருமத்தை கரைப்பவனே கருணையை ஜொலிப்பவனே கருணையில் உதித்தவனே கைலை படைத்தவனே கருமத்தை கரைப்பவனே கருணையை ஜொலிப்பவனே தர்மத்தை காப்போனே செந்தாமில் சேர்ப்போனே அடியார்க்கும் அடியவனே அண்ணாமலை அவதானே நித்யானந்த பரம்பொருளே அவதார நாயகனே அவதார நாயகனே.
Today, with the grace and blessings of the Supreme Pontiff, Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashiva, we are starting 5th day celebrations of the Maha Paramashivaratri Brahmotsava. The deities of Paramashiva, Paramashiva Shakti, Ganesha, Subramanya, Chandikeshwara, and the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam, are gracing now in Sarvalankara, the grandest decoration in the Utsava Mandapam in KAILASA'S temples around the world. Let us now offer puja to all the deities and the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, as puja is an activity done by the brain to mirror the neurological activity of the higher vertical time zones. On this 5th day of the Maha Paramashivaratri Brahmotsava, let us offer our devotion and love to Paramashiva along with the Shatmurtis and to the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam. ॐ श्रीरामपूजितपदाम्बुजचापपाणे श्रीचक्रराजकृतवासकृपाम्बुराशे श्रीसेतुमूलचरणप्रवणान्तरङ्ग श्रीरामनाथलकुतारय जन्मवार्धिम् सहस्रदलपङ्कजे सकलशीतरश्मिप्रभं वराभयकराम्बुजं विमलगन्धपुष्पाम्बरम् प्रसन्नवदने क्षणं सकलदेवतारूपिणं स्मरेत् शिरसि हंसकं तदभिमानपूर्वं गुरुम् अथ धुवः ॐ दशाङ्गं गुग्गुलोपेतं सुगन्धं च सुमनोहरम् आघ्रेयः सर्वदेवानां धूपोऽयं प्रतिगृह्यताम् श्रीनित्यानन्देश्वरी परमशिवशक्ति पर्वतवर्धिन्यम्बिका नित्यानंदेश्वर परमशिव रामनाथ स्वामिने नमः। श्री सर्वदेव देवी स्वरूपाय भगवत् श्री नित्यानंद परमशिवाय नमः। धूपमाघ्रापयामि। अथ दीपः ॐ साज्यं त्रिवर्ति संयुक्तं वह्निना योजितं मया ग्रहाणमङ्गलं दीपं त्रैलोक्यतिमिरापहम् श्रीनित्यानन्देश्वरी परमशिवशक्ति पर्वतवर्धिन्यम्बिका समेत श्री नित्यानन्देश्वर परमशिव रामनाथ स्वामिने नमः। श्री सर्वदेव देवी स्वरूपाय भगवते श्री नित्यानंद परमशिवाय नमः। दीपं सन्दर्शयामि। अथ नैवेद्यम् ॐ अमृते अमृतोद्भवे अमृतवर्षिणि अमृतं श्रावय श्रावय स्वाहा। श्री नित्यानंदेश्वरी परमशिव शक्ति पर्वतवर्धिन्यंबिका समेत श्री नित्यानंदेश्वर परमशिव रामनाथ स्वामिने नमः। श्री सर्वदेवी स्वरूपाय भगवते श्री नित्यानंद परमशिवाय नमः। नैवेद्यं निवेदयामि नैवेद्यानन्तरमाचमनं समर्पयामि। नीराजनम् ॐ साङ्ग्रहण्येष्ट्यायजते इमां जनतागुं सङ्गृह्णामीति। द्वादशरत्नीरशना भवति द्वादशमासा संवत्सरः संवत्सरमेवावरुन्धे मौञ्जी भवति ऊर्ध्वै मुञ्जाः ऊर्जमेवावरुन्धे चित्रानक्षत्रं भवति चित्रकर्म कर्पूरगौरं करुणावतारं संसारसारं भुजगेन्द्रहारं सदा वसन्तं हृदयारविन्दे भवं भवानी सहितं नमामि भवं भवानी सहितं नमामि भवं भवानी सहितं नमामि। श्री नित्यानंदेश्वरी परमशक्ति पर्वतवर्धिन्यंबिका समेत श्री नित्यानंदेश्वर परमशिव रामनाथ स्वामिने नमः। श्री सर्वदेवी स्वरूपाय भगवते श्री नित्यानंद परमशिवाय नमः। कर्पूरनीराजनं सन्दर्शयामि रक्षां धारयामि। शोणाद्रीशावताराय ज्योतिस्तंभस्वरूपिणे श्रीकैलासप्रधानाय नित्यानन्दाय मङ्गलम्। तत्त्वज्ञानप्रदाताय नित्यानन्देश्वररूपिणे श्रीकैलासप्रधानाय नित्यानन्दाय मङ्गलम्। मूलप्रकृतिरूपाय परमशिवशक्तिस्वरूपिणे श्रीकैलासप्रधानाय नित्यानन्दाय मङ्गलम्। दण्डत्रिशूलहस्ताय कालकालस्वरूपिणे श्रीकैलासप्रधानाय नित्यानन्दाय मङ्गलम्। आदिपूज्याय देवाय सकृत्पूर्णत्वरूपिणे श्रीकैलासप्रधानाय नित्यानन्दाय मङ्गलम्। सर्वाभयविनाशकाय शत्रुसंहाररूपिणे श्रीकैलासप्रधानाय नित्यानन्दाय मङ्गलम्। चित्ताय राजसंज्ञाने श्रीकैलासप्रधानाय नित्यानन्दाय मङ्गलम्। मङ्गलं कल्पवृक्षाय मङ्गलं ज्ञानायिने परमशिवाय श्रीनित्यानन्देश्वराय मङ्गलम्। मङ्गलं श्रीविद्याम्बायै मङ्गलं कामदायिन्यै सर्वमङ्गलदात्री नित्यानन्देश्वर्यै मङ्गलम्। मङ्गलं गुरुदेवाय मोक्षमूलाय नित्यानन्दाय गुरवे मङ्गलम्। हरिः ॐ सर्वं भगवत् श्री नित्यानन्द परमशिव पादुकार्पणमस्तु। ॐ नित्यानन्दम्।
शक्तीश्वरी महादेवा शिव संपो शंकर शंकर शरणं पंकज शरणं सद्गुरुदेवा नित्य गुरुदेवा नित्यानंदमयी नित्येश्वरिणी ईश्वर नित्या नित्यानंदन जय जगत् जगदीशा कमल नयन हे हृदय विहारी योग अवतारा जय गुरुनाथ शिव गुरुनाथ ओम जय गुरुनाथ शिव गुरुनाथ दीनदयाळ सच्चिदानंद शरणं शरणं नित्य गुरु शरणं नित्य निरंजन ज्योति स्वरूपा ओम नमः शिवाय नित्याय नमः ओम सदाशिवरञ्जनी नित्य निरञ्जनी मंगल गुरुमाता नित्येश्वरिणी ईश्वर नित्या नित्यानंदन जय जगत् जगदीशा कमल नयन हे हृदय विहारी नित्य अवतारा नित्य अवतारा नित्य अवतारा
नित्यानन्देश्वर परमशिव समारम्भाम् नित्यानन्देश्वरि परमशक्ति मध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्य पर्यन्ताम् वन्दे गुरु परम्पराम् I welcome you all with my love and respects. I welcome all the devotees, disciples, Samajis, Satsangis, Shri Mahans, Mahans, Tanidar Kotari, Kailasa's ministers, ambassadors, Rajya Sabha members, Chit Sabha members, and Paramashiva Sena program participants in Kailasa Thiruvannamalai and Kailasa Yenibizha. For this auspicious Paramashivaratri, 5th day Satsang and spiritual alchemy process, Shaktipada, Shaktinipada, and quantum enlightenment. The festivities of Maha Shivaratri, Brahmotsavam is happening in all Kailasas. 5th day, celebration and satsang. Paramashiva's direct message from Maha Kailas for all of us. Listen. Live moksha-centric dharma, moksha-centric artha, moksha-centric kama, moksha-centric moksha. Listen carefully. I am teaching you the ultimate truths, giving you the ultimate experience of life. This whole Paramashivaratri is teaching you about how to use Ratri, night time, to manifest the ultimate Sheva. Listen. Shivaratri is not just one day celebration, it's one day training. To make every night as Shiva's night. I'll teach you step by step the Kailasa's culture, Kailasa's truths, Kailasa's space, Kailasa's revelation. Listen intensely. I want you to understand this whole truth, this moksha-centric life. Your whole life should become moksha-centric. See, your whole day somehow goes in constantly brainwashing you to live this world-centric, focused on this world, materialistic mentality, lifestyle, ideology, philosophy-centered. Materialistic ideology, materialism-centered dharma, artha, kama, moksha, all are fake. Listen. You should know the big difference between materialism and moksha-centric life. See, how the society teaches body-mind combo, and you need to work hard, earn, this step by step. If you do that philosophy to dharma, artha, kama, moksha in all four, you will be a slave forever and failure forever. If you shift the whole understanding, make it moksha-centric. moksha-centric dharma, moksha-centric artha, moksha-centric, you will be successful in everything. The best time to do this shift is night time. Various reasons. I can give you 108 reasons. Because your daytime is already taken away. How much ever I may tell you, you will not be able to give your daytime for this ultimate. Your daytime is lost in endless distraction. You are brainwashed to live in endless distraction. The whole ecosystem you are made to be in during the daytime, whichever country you are. No country is an exemption. Whichever country you are, your daytime, you are brainwashed to be in the ecosystem of materialism, half truths, false narratives. Your whole ecosystem makes you feel your actions and reaction towards your fear will bring you security. The endless distractions are the pleasure. How many fake narratives are peddled and you are brainwashed, and you also start living, believing unquestioned assumptions. Such large blind spots, larger than the black hole. Like how the black hole sucks the whole planets into it. The blind spots you carry sucks your whole life into it. The wrong ideas about the boredom and tiredness. Wrong ideas about loneliness, love. Unquestioned assumptions lead to wrong lifestyle, food habits, addictions, and whatnot. Best practical way is just give your night time to me. I will shift your whole energy and give you enlightenment. It's my commitment. This whole Shivaratri is all about awakening you how to use the night to manifest oneness with Shiva. Today the whole satsang is going to be how to use your night the best way to become moksha-centric. Your whole brain, body, mind, consciousness, everything needs to be rewired to experience oneness with Paramashiva, to experience Paramadvaita. So I'll reveal these truths one by one. Listen intensely. Pradiratram mahatkum karma vishwasya kurvasi najanasi swayam tasya rahasyam paramatputam. Nightly disappearance and mystery of sleep. Every night you perform the most mysterious act in the universe and you don't even realize it. You lie down, close your eyes, and then you vanish. Not your body, but you, the one who thinks, one who remembers about himself, worries, plans, remembers, lives, simply disappears. Here is what you really need to wake up. You have absolutely no idea where you go tonight. Pratiratram mahatkum karma viswasya kurvasi najanasi swayam tasya rahasyam paramatputam sayano nimishonmilya na deha nachamarutaha nasam yasi swayanchaiva chindakaha smrutyrochakaha smartru yojakaha kva yasitu nisayam tvam na kinchitapi vedasi layam apatyate cheto kulikena pate. Yadi tadbodamatrena na katachit pramatyase chaitanyam tavalokesmin na sadharanam ishyate maranam pratidinam tvedat punarutthanamevacha samanyam manyate loko moha samskaravasat ascharyam klu yatraisha ya nityam sampravartade nitra sarena jivastu tame vadikra mechiraha. Listen, I'll translate and tell you. You have absolutely no idea where you go tonight. When you surrender to sleep, you will dissolve into something so profound, so utterly beyond your daily understanding, that if you truly grasped what happens, you would never take consciousness for granted again. Only once you understand these truths before Shivaratri, you will never sleep again. Every night will be Shivaratri. But you have been brainwashed to treat this daily death and resurrection as ordinary. How fascinating that the most extraordinary journey you will ever take happens every single night, and you have been sleepwalking through it your entire life. Yattadatmeti manyante swechaya tannaliyate chintakaha kalpakaschaiva anubhokta swalakshanaha swayam pravisadi sunyam swanamavati varchitam nityanasevi tasmintu na vismayam avechakshe abhyasena hi lokoyam आश्चर्यं विस्मरत्यलम्. Voluntary suicide and the mundane treatment of the mystical. Now let's begin with something rather unsettling. Every evening you perform what amounts to voluntary suicide. I'm not being dramatic. I am being precise. Think about it. What do you call yourself? This thinking, experiencing, being willingly steps into oblivion. See, we have become so accustomed to this nightly disappearance that we have stopped noticing how absolutely extraordinary it is. Your thoughts stop. Your sense of time evaporates. Your precious identity, all those opinions, memories, and concerns you clutch so tightly simply dissolves. Abhyasena hi lohoyam आश्चर्यं विस्मरत्यलं न विचारो न कालोत्र न अहंकार प्रपंचना स्मृत्यः कल्पनाश्चैव सर्वं तत्र विलीयते तथापि किंचिदस्त्यत्वय. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda. Your fears. Describing what happens to your night. And what should happen. What happens and what should happen. So listen carefully. Your precious identity, all those opinions, memories, and concerns you clutch so tightly simply dissolves. Yet somehow, mysteriously, something continues, something that is not quite you, but is not quite not you either. See, if I ask who is in the night, you can't say you, and you can't say you are not. So something that is not quite you, but is not quite not you either. It's as if every night you are given a demonstration of what Buddhists call as void and what Hindus call as Purna. What Buddhists call as Sunya, what Hindus call as Purna. That space of pure being that exists when the ego takes a holiday. But here is what is truly fascinating. We treat this daily miracle as though it were nothing more than maintenance, like charging a battery or defragmenting a computer. How wonderful we have managed to make the mystical into mundane, ordinary. This is the biggest blind spot. Biggest blind spot is going through this conscious portal called sleep every night and never bothered about it, never even bothered to understand about it. Ratri Suktam. In Veda we have a chapter called Ratri Suktam. This whole today's satsang is the Bhashyan Ratri Suktam. That's the truth. I'm giving you the Bhashyan Ratri Suktam, revealing you the deeper secrets. See, Yoga Vasishta says, Esha Jagarti Suptanam Prahatraya Vivekinam Haratyapadamarthanam Vitaratya Mahatmanam. This self remains awake among those who are asleep. It strikes the undiscerning, removes calamity from the distressed, and bestows grace upon those who are not great-souled. Means even for ordinary people. Listen. Adetat antaram pashya vismarana vilakshanam nitrayam patite dehe kim nama lupyate kilam na nama nachakar masti na sambandho nachakramaha yenatma परिचीयेद तत्सर्वं नोपलप्यते न चिंता न स्मृतिर् नास्ति न मतं नाभिरुष्यपि न चिंता न स्मृतिर् नास्ति न मतं नाभिरुष्यपि य पुमान् दिवसे एषः स रात्रौ न प्रवर्तते सर्वस्मृति विनाशोऽयं पूर्णो विस्मरणात्मकः न तत्र मरणबुद्धिः न शोकः न विलापनं कस्मात् तत्र न शोकः स्यात् नासितो य शुचिर्भवेत् योचिता सोचिता स्वयमेवात्र nitrayalayamagataha aho virodamaduryam nityam darshayasi swayam swabhavena vina jivaha sugameva pravartate. Listen, what vanishes and the paradox of existing without identity. Now let's examine this disappearing act more closely. What exactly vanishes when you fall asleep? Your name does not matter anymore. Your job, your relationships, your endless to-do list gone. Your endless distractions are gone. All those things you think define you. Your wealth, your identity, your relationships, your job, your bank balance simply are not there. The person who was worried about tomorrow's meeting, who remembered yesterday's conversation, who has opinions about politics and preferences about coffee, about the food, entire construction just stops. It's a most complete forgetting imaginable, possible. And yet, curiously, you don't experience this as a loss or a death. There's no sense of tragedy in deep sleep, no mourning for the vanished self. Why? Because the one who could mourn has also disappeared. This is what I find deliciously paradoxical. Every night you prove that you can exist perfectly well without having your identity, without being your ego, your identity, yourself. In fact, you might say you exist more purely, more essentially when all psychological furniture has been cleared away. Yada sarvobadinam nirase sadi samstitihi suttadaram tada sattvam trishyade nirviseshataha yadi nityam vinanama vinarupam vinasmrutim siddhosi tu nisayam kim satyam tava tatpavuhu yat tiva rakshate dridam yat ahankara samsritam kim tat alpam vigalpyam va nityanasamartakam. See, here is an uncomfortable question this raises. If you can be so completely without your identity every single night, what does that tell about the reality of this identity you defend so fiercely during the day? Is less than just dust, less than just ash. Could it be what you think you are is far more optional than you have been led to believe by the society? The brainwashing, conditioning of the society has led you to believe many wrong things about everything, including about you? Listen. This is what I find deliciously paradoxical. Every night you prove you can exist perfectly without being yourself. So you need to realize, maybe could it be that what you think you are is far more optional than what you have been led to believe. Adagachamahe bodham vismayasyadi gauravam jakratyasti sada kaschit trashta netrapurassaraha pashyat yantargatam vrittam chintam arsham vishadagam nitram vinasa sada yuktaha sakshi nitya ivastitaha chaitanyam vedanam vatvam aham va tamudahritam na kadachit sangitavan nityatve tasya samstitau sukhe dukhe tada taiva rage dveshe cha sarvata eka eva stito drashta parivartanavarjitaha tato nitra samayada sakshi tatra na drishyate na murchito na nashto sau napi kvachita vastitaha abhavoyam navatvaya bhava bhava vivarchitaha drashta evahi drashtrutve layama patyate dhruvam. Watcher dissolves into the watching. Observer dissolves into observing. Now we arrive at something truly puzzling. During waking hours, there is always this sense of someone watching. Is it there? An observer behind your eyes, a witness to your thoughts, a constant companion who never seems to sleep. You might call it consciousness, awareness, or observer, or simply you, I. This watcher is so persistent, so reliable, that you have probably never questioned its permanence. It is there when you are happy, it is there when you are sad, it is there when you are bored, it is there when you are excited. The one constant in ever-changing experience. But then sleep arrives, and this eternal observer, this supposedly permanent witness, simply is not there. That would imply something is there to be unconscious but not absent. That would suggest a place from which it is missing. Kimetiti pruchandi chetanaya swabhavataha krantikari bhavedartaha bodhasyasya vicharane na drashtatvam yata manye stiro मूलः सनातनः आविर्भाव क्षणिकस्त्वेष तरंग इववारितौ यथा निद्रा समायादि तरंगोलयं मृच्छति अप्तिष्ठति नित्यं तु स न पूर्णकः. See, it's more mysterious than that. The watcher itself dissolves into watching. What does this mean? Well, it suggests something rather revolutionary about the nature of consciousness itself. Perhaps this observer you think you are is not quite as solid, as permanent, as fundamental as you have been assuming, as you have been brainwashed, as you have been conditioned by unconscious society. Instead of exploring all these great obvious truths and questions in front of us, instead of teaching this to our next generation in the school as the preliminary education, we go on teaching stupid things, especially things which is never going to be useful in our day-to-day life, which has no meaning or relevance for our living. Never you have been made to think, made to question about your identity or consciousness. Maybe the consciousness is not something you have, but something you temporarily appear in, like a wave appearing in ocean. Perhaps the observer you think you are is not quite as solid, as a permanent, as fundamental as you've been assuming. When sleep comes, the wave subsides back into the ocean. But the ocean itself, that remains. The question is, what is this ocean is less than or greater than? Actually, this whole thing, today's satsang is commentary, Bhashya and Ratri Sukta, deeper revelations from Ratri Sukta. Suptau na swapno na mano na buddhihi na deha bhavo na cha kala deshau naham na chanyo na sukam na dukkam tatapi sattvam na katapi nashtam na kinchit lokyati tatra chetaha na kinchita kankshati, na smarathyapi. Anubhava bhava same vi tasmin astitvamatram pravivatya diva na drishyate na tatra na vetyadava na bhukta bhogo na cha bhoga sadhanam tata vibodhat prabhutyate janaha susupti masatya sukidi veti yadi hyabhavo tra sada bhavet katam visheshaha sugadkayo smritaha supte vishuttam paramam hi sattvam बीजात्मना तिष्ठति साक्षि रूपम न गुणा न रूपञ्च नाम किंचित नाहं प्रत्यय न च विश्वबुद्धिः कारण देहे लयमेत्य सर्वं शान्तं शिवं केवलमस्ति तत् य ते तत् वैदमलक्षणञ्च नित्यं निरालम्बनमेव साक्षी तदेव नित्यं प्रतिरात्रमेव अज्ञानवशात् न जानन्ति. Listen, it gets even more mysterious because sometimes in the state where you have supposedly vanished, the most extraordinary theater production begins. Dreams. Now here is what should absolutely baffle you. If you are unconscious, if the self has dissolved, who exactly is creating these elaborate dreams? Who is writing the script? Who is casting the characters? Who is designing the sets? And most mysteriously of all, who is watching the show? In your dreams, you meet people you have never seen. You visit places that don't exist. You have conversations you would have never had. The creativity is astounding. The detail is remarkable. The dreaming mind constructs entire worlds, complete with the physics, relationships, the storylines that can be more compelling than any Hollywood production. But the dreamer, the one who would normally take credit for such creativity, is supposedly absent. It's as though Shakespeare's plays were being written by someone who had completely forgotten they were Shakespeare. And here is the most fascinating part. In the dream, you believe it is all real. You are convinced that dream you is real you. The dream world is real world. The illusion is perfect until you wake up. Now this should make you pause. If consciousness can create such convincing realities while you are absent, what makes you so certain that this waking reality is not just another kind of dream? Perhaps one being dreamed by something far more vaster than your individual mind. It is dreamed by something far more vast than your individual mind. Sushupti sapara avastha yatra swapno vidyade tatra kinchitapi nastiti pradibadi vilakshana na tatra chinta na mano na buddhihi, na sparsha rupam, na rasa pravaha, na kala boto, na tisham vihalpaha, naham na chanya praviliyate tat tatavi kinchit pariseshameva na sunyata sa na sa bhavanasa प्रबोध काले सुगमित्ये इत्यवेत्ति सुप्तो हमासं सुगमित्यनुभूयते यति ह्यभावः खलु केवलं स्यात् न भेदबोधः सुखदुःखयोः स्यात् सुषुप्तिकाले विसतं हि सत्वं साक्षित्वमात्रेण स्वयं प्रकाशते न अनुभवोऽत्र न चानुभोक्तः न ज्ञेयवस्तु न च चेतः अस्तित्वमात्रं निरुपाधि शान्तम् अनुभवा भावसमेऽपि सन्तातम् नाट्योपमाने विवेचनीयं न दृश्यते किंचन तत्र किंचित् तथापि सत्तान विनश्यते हि प्रपंच लीला लयमेव याति कारण सप्तेन मुनि बीज नित्या न गुणा न धर्मा न च नाम रूपम नाहं प्रत्ययो न विकल्पलेशः यदेततात्मा स्वयमेव सुप्तः न कर्तृ भोक्यादि विभागयुक्तः न एव शान्तः परिपूर्ण एषः प्रत्येकमात्र प्रतिरात्रमेव यतन्विशन्ति तपसा च योगैः ध्यानैः समाधौ सा चिरं मनीषिणः तथैव सर्वे सुषुप्तिकाले स्वभावतो यान्ति न जानन्त्येव. Listen. Let's venture into the most mysterious territory of all, which you should have been taught by 5 to venture. By the age of 5, you know the difference between deep sleep, dreaming, and waking state. Till the age of 3, you don't know the difference clearly. That is why many times, even after eating fully, kids start crying in the dream state when they feel the hunger in the dream. Kids react in a confused way. For things happened in the dream, they react in waking state. For things happened in the waking state, they react in the dream because they do not know the clear marking, the boundary, territory. But by the age of 5, you know it. By 5, any intelligent society should have started teaching you and made you question, understand this whole dream, deep sleep, and waking state. But the society is too busy in brainwashing you and making a slave out of you. The chronic capitalistic leaders are trying to make a worker out of you. Each religious leader tries to make one for their religion, a religious follower out of you. Society is trying to make you a best slave out of you. Mother is trying to make good son. Father is trying to make good son. Everyone is trying to make what they want from you. The personality they want as you. Nobody is interested in your enlightenment. Nobody is interested in you. A real society which is interested in you by the age of 5 should have made you start thinking, exploring this deep sleep and dream, this whole territory. Let's venture into the most mysterious territory of all, deep sleep. Those hours when even dreams don't visit, when you exist in a state so profound that nothing, absolutely nothing, appears to be happening. This is where things become truly mind-bending. In deep sleep, there are no thoughts, no sensations, no experiences of any kind, no time, no space, no self, no other. And yet something is there. How do I know? Because you wake up fresh, refreshed. Because you know you have slept well. Because there's a clear difference between 8 hours of deep sleep and 8 hours of tossing and turning. If there was truly nothing there, how could there be any qualitative difference at all? This is what I call the deep sleep paradox. Pure being without any content whatsoever. Existence without experience. It's like a theater with the lights off, the audience gone, the actors departed, yet somehow mysteriously the show goes on. The mystics have a word for this state. They call it Karanasarira, causal body. Karanasarira, the most fundamental level of your being. It is you without any qualities, you without any attributes, you without even the sense of being you. Meditation, in philosophy, in religion, you experience it naturally every time you fall into deep sleep. The cosmic joke is that enlightenment puts you to sleep. Your existence aware of itself without needing to think about it. What is shocking is that you visit this state of perfect peace, perfect wholeness, perfect being every single night. The very thing you are searching for in. Listen. Sushupti darsayate spashtam na tvaya chetana stita tva aham bhavana mataya nityaiva sa pravartate nama rupam kada chaitya swabhavopi viliyate itihasah pravrittischa sarvametat pranashyati tatapi bodha sanyaiva na katapi nivartate deepasyeva prakāsam na patrena svagiyatam katona prakāsam tarayati prakāsaha katameva hi सीमां तत्वा क्षणं तिष्ठन् स्वतंत्र स प्रकाशते एवं चित्तोपाधिभेदात् चेतना न विसेक्षिता अहंकार विहीनेषु वाहो प्रवाहे सा विवर्तते न ममायं न तवायं न जीवस्य स्वभावतः सुत्ता सैव परासत्ता सर्वत्र समवस्थितं वेणुरेव न वा तस्य स्वामी भवति कर्हिसित् स्वराकारं क्षणं तत्त्वा वायुरेव प्रवर्तते तथा देहेन्द्रियैः केवलं रूपं यान्ति विभूतयः चेतना न तु देहस्य देहस्तस्या उपाधिका यदुक्तं मुनिभिः पूर्वं महच्चैतन्यमव्ययं न लोकान्तरवृत्तान्तस्वानुभूतिप्रदर्शनं प्रतिरात्रं यदा जीवः स्वात्मभावे लयं व्रजेत् तथैव तत्परं ब्रह्म स्वयमेव प्रकाशते न त्वं चेतनवान् नाम चेतनैव त्वमात्मनि भिन्नो स्मीति प्रमो जातः स्वप्नकल्पोदिवा स्थितः तरंगो न जलात् भिन्न जलमेव तरंगता नाम रूपकृतो भेदः सुषुप्तौ लयमेति स यथा निद्रां समापत्य सागरत्वं प्रपद्यते तथा स्वं स्वरूपं प्राप्य भवत् एव यथास्यसि. Listen. Now we are approaching something that might disturb your carefully constructed sense of self, because what sleep reveals is this: consciousness does not need you to exist. Listen carefully. It's very hurting, because you are not needed. You are not needed. Every night, your cherished personal identity, your name, your history, your personality, your preferences, your right, wrong, good, bad, completely disappears. Your strong opinions, strong ideology, strong policies. And yet, awareness itself continues. It's like discovering that the light in your room does not actually belong to the lamp. The lamp just temporarily shapes and focuses a light that exists independently. During sleep, consciousness flows freely, uncontained by the boundaries of your ego. It's no longer your consciousness. It is simply consciousness itself playing through the instrument of your nervous system like a wind through a flute. Like a wind through a flute. The flute does not own the wind. It just gives it temporary form and melody. This is what the ancients meant when they spoke of the universal mind, the cosmic consciousness, the Buddha nature. They were not talking about some grand otherworldly concept. They were pointing of what you experience every single night when your individual awareness dissolves back into the ocean of pure being. And yes, both beautiful and terrifying about this realization. What you call your consciousness was never really yours to begin with. You are not a separate being having conscious experiences. You are consciousness itself, temporarily dreaming that it's a separate being. The wave is not separate from the ocean. It's the ocean expressing itself as a wave. And every night in sleep, you return to your oceanic nature. Swabhava. You become what you have always been, but temporarily forget you were. Reassembling, which happens in the morning, and the deeper intelligence behind reassembling. Let's understand about that. Listen. Pratak kale vichintyaita katam jiva punarbhavet layat samakra vinyasaha katam swayameva jayate sushuptau sarva samharaha nabharupati samstite prabodhedu punas sarvam samyuccheva pratiyate pratamam bodhamatram hi naham bhavo na smrutayaha na purvam na vibhavyam cha swapragasa eva hi ushas pratamabhasaha yada nisaptayyeva sa tata bodha swayam jyoti swatmanyeva prajayate tatasmrutaya upeyuhu aham bhavascha vartate itam grihamitam karma iti bandha prajayate kramena manasa punjaha samskara samupastita vyaktitvam iti yannama tatsarvam punaruttitam nagudobi samayatam nabahirchami chatsab nabahirnabi chantare bija sakte samutpannam swayameva vyavastitam nakarta nacha gartrutvam ahankarasya vidyate kakaroti prushasa nakadapi vichintyate yadi suptau vinashtasyat aham bhava samulataha kappunasmarate margam kassam yojade punaha naham na manasa karyam na smritya na chetasa ya buddhir nitya sanchari sakaryam kurute swayam yaya kesa vartayante hridayam yat pravartate. Annam yaya rasam ya rasatvam yati sa buddhi punaruddhite pit vriksha prasuyate na bijasya vicharanat tata jivasya smarachana nahankaravasanuka aham na kurute kinchit kritam sarvam parena tu kudaya buddhi sakyahi nityameva vyavastitam. Listen, let's examine something equally mysterious. How you manage to reassemble yourself each morning. This is too important. See, only if you understand how you reassemble every morning, you can understand how you can bring the best things of your sushupti state into your waking state, and how you can make the best use of your sushupti state in your waking state. Let's examine something powerful, very mysterious, how you manage to reassemble yourself each morning. Because that's what happens, isn't it? After hours of complete dissolution, somehow all the pieces of your identity magically come back together again. Watch this process carefully the next time you wake up. First, there is just pure awareness. No sense of being anyone in particular, no memory of yesterday, no anticipation of today, just consciousness awakening to itself. Like the first light of dawn. Then gradually the familiar structures begin to reassemble. Oh yes, I am this, my name. I live in this house. I have this job. I was planning about this meeting. Layer by layer, memory by memory, the psychological self rebuilds itself. From what exactly? From nothing but pure potential. From Karana Sarira, you are rebuilding your identity again. It's like watching a magician pull an entire personality out of an empty hat. And the most fascinating part, you do this reconstruction so automatically, so swiftly, that you never stop to wonder who is doing this rebuilding. You take this for granted. If you are truly gone during sleep, who remembers how to back together? If your identity was genuinely dissolved, what force knows exactly which thoughts, which memories, which personality traits belongs to you? The answer is both simple yet profound. Simple and profound. The same intelligence that grows your hair, beats your heart, and digests your food. The same wisdom that knows exactly how to transform a seed into a flower without any conscious effort on the seed's part. Your ego does not reconstruct itself. It is reconstructed by a far deeper intelligence that you rarely acknowledge or even understand. Look in. The same process is happening now in waking life. Ate tatbodhyamathyantam yannitrayam prakasitam na kevalam nisake jagratyabhipravartate yataham bhavalayaha suptau yachabodasya nirgamaha yatadrishyamaha buddhihi sa jagratyabhisamstita vedosti kevalam tatra jagradaवस्थयावहः aham karteti sangalpaha dirghakalam pravartate agam chindayitedi brute aham kurya smaran aham jivami lokesmin ityayam pranti samhati agadam chindanam kinchit na purvam viniyojitam prema varshaye vatra na sankalpat pravartate. Naham cha naham sa na cha me buddhis kutas sarva karma krit ya suptau swapna srishtim cha smritim samrakshanam tata dehataranam avyakram sa buddhir chakrati stita. Aham kartedi yat panam tate avaranam smritam tasmat saiva mahashaktihi nadrishyate swayajnaya swapno yatana kartaram pasyasyatmani samstitam tata chakratavastasa swapna vedena vartate swapnatve vismrutam yatra swapnita swayameva hi tatrusham chakratam visvam yatyalam. Now, actually, we arrive to the shockingly, truly shocking realization. Everything I have been describing about deep sleep, the dissolution of identity, the flow of consciousness without a container, the mysterious intelligence that operates without a supervision, all this is not just happening at night. It is happening right now. what you call as your waking life. You see the difference only between sleeping consciousness and waking consciousness is that in waking, there is a persistent illusion of someone in charge. The ego steps in and claims ownership of the entire process. I am thinking these thoughts, I am making these decisions, I am living this life. But look more closely. Did you decide to have that thought that just occurred to you? Did you choose to fall in love with someone or some things? Or did it happen to you? Do you control your heartbeat, your digestion, your immune system? Are you actively managing the incredible complexity of your cellular metabolism right now? The same mysterious intelligence that operates during sleep, creating dreams, maintaining the body, organizing memory, is operating right now. You are not just giving it credit because the society has brainwashed that you have an ego, and that ego has convinced you that you are the one running the show. The society's conditioning and brainwashing has gone so deep into you. It created the fake identity called ego. And that ego is convincing you that ego is running the show. But what if I told you that waking life is just another kind of dream? A dream in which consciousness dreams. It's a separate individual having experiences, choices, living a life. A dream so convincing that the dreamer completely forgets they are dreaming. A dream which consciousness dreams. A dream in which consciousness dreams. It's a separate individual having experiences, making choices, living a life. A dream so convincing that the dreamer completely forgets they are dreaming. Dreamer dreams the dreamer. That dreamer dreams the dream. Rushaya sadaiva jananti tasman jagaran vadanti na nitraya jagaranam na tu swapnasya vedanam swaparattasya prandim tyajya satya prapnoti chetana na jivaha chetanavan ah kim tu chetana evahi janmantaramapadayati swatmabhave kridamanam etat na navinam kinchit pura tu tatpude shastraihi sapta sahasra varshesu Maha Shakti Muktam Drishtam Namadaihi Vividaihi Praham Bodhasvabhavaha Swargarajyam Antastam Ityedani Sanjitani Sarvani Tu Tadegam Varnayantiyam Tvam Pradiratri Sushuptau Anubhavasi Nityam Upanishataha Chaturvidan Chetanavasta Pratipadayanti Chakrat Swapna Sushupti Sada Sushupti Sthanam Chaturta Turiyam hi cha Natu Avastha Kalu Sa Nityabodhasya Prakatikaranam Yat Sarveshu Anyeshu Avastasu Pratyakshas Purati Jakratva Jakrat Swapna Sushuptir Chitra Tatravi Sakshi Badalam Sarvada Sakshi Stiti Chetanam Yevatvameva Sakshat Na Lagudara Tarangaha Vyaktis Tvasya Nitya Mukta Sahara Eva Swayameva Satvasya Adaraha Sima Samartya Samartaya Ahankaraditam Supti Pravese Pradiratram Grihamava Navat Anubhava Swatmava Swarupe Pratiprapti Paramasatvam Pratyaksham Cha Na Lakhu Jivaha Swasamasya Nacha Sima Yuktakaschan Mahatvam Yat Sima Titam Sarvan Samasya Dharanam Shaya Sundaram Uktavantaha Swapna Pranti Parityachya Sakshat Kritya Jakaranam Yada Yat Tvam Satyameva Saha Sarva Swapnam Vinashyati Sutta Bodheva Samanantaramasesham Na Lagu Jivaha Swasa Masya Swasamasya Na Cha Sima Yuktakaschana Mahatvayat Sima Sidam Sarvan Samasyadaran Shaya Sundaram Uktavanta Swapna Ranti Parityachya Sakshat Kritya Jakaranam Yada Yat Tvam Satyameva Sa Sarva Swapna Vinasyati Sutta Bodha Yeva Nityacha Swam Samananda Samana Antara Asesham Swayameva Satvasya Asimasa Martya Ahankaraditam. Wow. Understand these four states of consciousness. You can get awakened right now. The rishis have always known it. That is why they speak of awakening. The fourth state, Turiya. Not awakening from sleep, but awakening from the dream of being a separate self. Awakening to what you discover every night in deep sleep. That you are not a person having consciousness, but consciousness itself playing at being a person. What I have been sharing with you is not new. You know, the ancient traditions have been pointing to this mystery for thousands of years. They called it by different names. Brahman, the Tao, Buddha nature, the kingdom of heaven within. But they were all describing the same thing you visit every night in deep sleep. The Upanishad spoke of four states of consciousness: waking, dreaming, deep sleep, and the fourth, Turiya. This fourth state is not really a state at all. but the unchanging awareness that witnesses all other states. The screen on which the movies of waking, dreaming, and sleeping all play. What the sages discovered is that this witnessing awareness, this pure consciousness that remains constant through all your changing experiences, this is what you actually are, not the temporary wave of personality, but the eternal ocean of being itself. They realize that the journey into sleep each night is actually a journey home, a return to your original nature, your true self, your deepest identity, not the small self with its endless problems and pursuits, but the vast self that has no problems because it has no boundaries. Vedic rishis put it beautifully. They said enlightenment is like awakening from a dream in which you dreamed you were someone other than who you really are. And what you really are is what remains when all the dreaming stops. Pure awareness, infinite potential, consciousness without limits. Listen. Carefully. Today's satsang is very powerful. You need to listen at least 2-3 times. Listen to it at least 2-3 times. Go through it. I'll give you now the essence. Implications for daily life and the sacred journey into sleep. Tasmadeva dhyana paramparasu sushupte pravenyam vishishtovyasah kriyate ahankare liyamanebi yacchetanana liyate tasya sakshatkarayate prayatnavantaha yatratrau acetanataya anubhavasi tadevate sakshat trashtum icchanti yada vyakti swarupam samashti chaitanyat utpatyate punascha tasminneva liyate iti yesha eva desham rahasya botaha na mokshaha satya na kinchitapi nodanam praptavyam yat tvam asi yat sata asi yat pratiratram ahambhava parityage vishuddhaya anubhavasi tateva avabodhaniyam avayedat tanaindina jivena kim karoti sarvam parivartayati punaha kinchana na parivartayati uttishtasi tantadavanam karoshi swakarmasu pravartase kintu atuna yatarte kim pravartate iti janasi ya ayam janaha iti manyase yasya natyam vasana vaya kalpana sa abhi swapna patravat shana vangurayeva आकर्षक स अनुभव योग्य स किन्तु अन्ततच्चेतनायाम् उत्पन्नः चेतनायां लीन क्षणिकप्रतीति एवः एतत् जीवनं न निष्फलं करोति अपि तु क्षणं क्षणम् अनन्तमूल्यं करोति यतो हि न अन्यत्र गन्तुम् इच्छसि न अन्यो भवितुं न अन्यत् साधयितुं यत् सर्वेषु प्रयासेषु अन्वेष्टं तदेव त्वम् असि इति साक्षात् पश्यसि तथा जीवनम् उपेक्षारूपेण किन्तु लीलारूपेण जीवली फलासक्तिं विना कर्तव्य पूर्णनिष्ठया यथा नट स्वपात्रं सम्यक् वहति नस्मिन् विस्मृतिं यास्यति अत यथा पुनः शयनं गच्छसि तथा तं विश्रामात्रं न मन्यस्व स पवित्र प्रत्यावर्तनमार्गः स्वरूपस्वरूपे स्वस्वरूपे लय परमसत्या ऐक्यं यत् योगिनः जीवनपर्यन्तम् अन्वेषयन्ति तत्त्वं प्रतिरात्रं स्वाभाविकतया अनुभवसि श्वास प्रसवासवत् श्वास प्रश्वासवत् सहजम्. प्रभाते उत्तिष्ठन् क्षणमात्रम् अहंभावं न गृहाण तस्मात् पूर्वं यत्विलासं शान्तं चैतन्यं तत्र तिष्ठ क्षणं पश्य यावत् त्वं कश्चन न अभवः तावत् त्वं कियत् विशाल आसि इति एष एव ध्यानं न क्रिया किन्तु स्वाभाविकस्थितिः यदा अत्यधिकं क्रतुं विरमसि स्मर चेतना न तव वस्तु त्वमेव चेतना चेतनैव सर्वं करोति प्रतिरात्रं सुषुप्तिरहस्ये सा चेतना व्यक्तित्वात् विरम्य स्वरूप एव रमते कियत् अद्भुतं ब्रह्महास्यं यत् परमात्मबोधयं साधकाः चिरं यासयन्ते स प्रतिरात्रम् अनुभवः प्रातः विस्मरणं किन्तु अधुना त्वं जानासि एवं सति कथं पुनः अयं व्यक्तिस्वप्न अत्यन्तगम्भीरतया ग्राह्य भवेत्. Listen, I'll give you the essence of this whole satsang. All the traditions of Sanatana Hindu Dharma always focus on the transition into sleep. See, Shaiva in Agamas, in Shakta Tantras and Vaishnava Tantras, Bauddha, Jaina, Anta, in all great traditions of Sanatana Hindu Dharma, always focus on the transition into sleep. They are trying to jump into consciousness while the ego dissolves to the witness. The very process you experience unconsciously every night to see directly how the individual self arises from and dissolves back into the universal consciousness. The secret they discovered is this: you don't need to achieve enlightenment. You don't need to do anything great. You just need to recognize what you already are, what you've always been, what you experience most purely Every night when you stop pretending to be someone else, what does this mean for you? How you live your daily life? Well, listen, it changes everything. You still wake up, still brush your teeth, still go about your business, but now you know something profound about what is really happening. You begin to see that this person you think you are, with all its dramas and desires, its fears and fantasies, is no more permanent than a character in the last night's dream. Fascinating, yes, engaging, certainly, but ultimately, it is just another temporary appearance in consciousness. I am not saying your life is meaningless. No, it's quite opposite. If you understand your ego is meaningless, you will realize your life as a grand purpose, meaning, existence. It makes every moment infinitely precious because you are no longer trying to get somewhere else, become someone else, achieve something else. You begin to recognize what you have been seeking through all your pursuits and struggles is what you already are in your deepest being. You start to live with what I call divine Sakshi Bhava. See, Paramashiva, he does asadhya sadhakas, unimaginable, unthinkable, impossible things, he makes it happen just by his simple presence, mere presence. He does not get involved in anything, but he makes everything happen. He did not get, Paramashiva never gets involved in anything. As ultimately, you will realize you are that. You begin to recognize that what you have been seeking through all your pursuits and struggles is what you already are in your deepest being. You start to live with that, what I call the absolute divine Sakshi Bhava, caring deeply about life while holding lightly to its outcomes. You make everything happen, but you are not involved in anything. Like an actor who plays their role with complete commitment while never forgetting it's just a play. The next time you lie down and fall asleep, instead of treating it as a mere rest, recognize it as a sacred journey. Nitra Samadhi Stitihi. Nitra Samadhi Stitihi. Implications for daily life and the sacred journey into sleep. Realize this. If you understand your sleep is a sacred journey, you will understand its implications for daily life and the sacred journey into sleep, how important it is. You are about to dissolve back into your true nature, to experience what the mystics spend lifetime seeking, unity with the Absolute, oneness, Paramadvaita. And you do this every single night as naturally as breathing. When you wake each morning, instead of immediately grabbing onto your identity, try staying in that spacious awareness for just a moment longer. Feel how vast and peaceful you are before you become someone. Again, this is Samadhi, Dhyana, not something you do, but what you naturally are when you stop doing so much. Samadhi is not you enter into something, you achieve something. No. The achiever, when he dissolves, you dissolve into something. That is Samadhi. You relax into something. That is Samadhi. You rest into something. That is Samadhi. Remember, consciousness is not something you have. You are something consciousness is doing. Consciousness is not something you have. You are something consciousness is doing. And every night in the mystery of sleep, consciousness takes a vacation from being you and simply enjoys being itself. What a marvelous cosmic joke that the deepest spiritual realization is something you experience every single night and wake up forgetting every single morning. But now you know. And knowing this, how can you ever take this dream of being someone quite so seriously again? No. Stop taking seriously. Start being witness. Witnessing the witness. Observing the observer. Being Sakshi to the Sakshi. Paramatvaita Praptyas. I'll continue further truths in further satsangs. With this, I bless you all. Paramatvaita Praptirastu. Maha Shivaratri. It's an important time when timelessness enters into time. When space enters into place. When Brahmanda enters into Pindanda. The whole nature is supporting you now. To experience your higher energy, your higher self, your higher consciousness. Tonight is the night when divine revealed itself and elevated all the beings to its level. The first and foremost incarnation on the planet Earth happened today and exactly midnight. Maha Shivaratri. It's a great opportunity for all of you to raise yourself to the higher consciousness. Let this night awaken all of you. This is the initiation into Paramashiva Prana, which will empower all of you to come to Paramashiva Sena and become Paramashiva's own ambassadors. Blessed are those who can make it to Paramashiva Sena. Losers are those who stick to your ego and your mind, your confusions and your delusions. I am opening doors for all of you to come and experience Paramashiva Sena. Now it is left to you to say yes to Paramashiva. Maha Shivaratri. It's an important time when timelessness enters into time. When space enters into place. When Brahmanda enters into Pindanda. The whole nature is supporting you now. To experience your higher energy, your higher self, your higher consciousness. Tonight is the night when divine revealed itself and elevated all the beings to its level. The first and foremost incarnation on the planet Earth happened today and exactly midnight. Maha Shivaratri. It's a great opportunity for all of you to raise yourself to the higher consciousness. Let this night awaken all of you. This is the initiation into Paramashiva Prana.
Because we never really understand what it means. We never really understand what it represents or what it can lead us to. And today, such a delicate subject, but Swamiji has given it so powerfully in the most simplest, most straightforward manner for all of us. I request all the participants, all the Chitsabha members to please take a few minutes and post. I see so many, I'm seeing a lot of messages in the Zoom and also a lot of comments on Facebook. Each of you have posted various different messages. This Ma Nitya Saundaryananda has posted amazing, amazing, amazing. It was amazing. And how was it actually? Because the concept of sleep, either it's like completely wrongly interpreted or you're put through false guilt, like, you know, about sleep to make to feel bad. So it's only two extreme ends of the spectrum. So how was it for you all when you listened to the satsang today with what Swamiji revealed about sleep? Ma Ananda Parashakti Yogini has posted, wow, 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 only Swamiji, oh, wow, 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 Swamiji, so grateful for these powerful truths. I feel like I'm floating. And so many comments are there continuously. Ma Ananda Yogini has also commented, Richard Gonzalez Aya, Wizard Gonzalez, and Aritra Mundal, and I see so many people that are commenting.
Rafaelaya has posted, I'll never sleep the same again. Lord.
Vesant has posted, wow, and I see Cesar Rodriguez has posted, it was ego killing the ego. Actually, that's what somebody so beautifully described. How our identity, our ego completely dissolves. How the identity, like something that so easily happens during sleep, something that's so inherent part of sleep. But Swamiji is so beautifully revealed to us the exact process of it, how exactly it works, how exactly it happens. So that was really beautiful. And Abharna Subramani Nithyanandam, Mananda Lingeshwari Nithyanandam, Ma Vasanta Keste Nithyanandam. I see so many people have posted your comments. Continuously so many comments are coming, so I'm just going through all of the different comments. Ma Nitya Durga Nithyanandam, Ma Shukha Yoga, Ma Medas Latya Nithyanandam, Praveen Kumar, Ravi Prashthan, and Sarguna Pichamuttu, Ma Doreen Modalaya Nithyanandam, Ma Jnanacharya Yogini, Shrisha Nithyanandam, Shrisha, Tripura Sundari Nithyanandam. Okay, great. So now, today what Swamiji has revealed, right? This subject is so powerful. And also, sleep is a subject that's mostly misunderstood. Because though we all have it every day, we never really know what happens. It's so like right in front of our eyes. It's like hiding in the plain sight. Because we don't know, we all go through it and yet we all don't know what it means. So can I request all of you to post, what was your click from today's satsang? Ma Kaladevi, Ma Monica, Ma Tanya, Ma Kala Priye, Jnana Pradataya. Can I request everybody to post what was your click from today's satsang? And even all the Paramashiva Sena participants, every one of you can also come and post in the YouTube live chat directly. Nitya Shiva Ganesha Balakrishna has posted excellent session on deep sleep and the consciousness in deep sleep. Ma Satyastapita Shaktini has posted, I am, never left, never returned, always been and will be. And Ma Satyastapita Shaktini, yes, daily power manifestation sessions are happening post Rajya Sabha meeting. I'll have the link sent. I will have it sent to you. You can reach out to me. I'll have it sent to you. And Ma Kaladevi, Nithyananda Ma Kaladevi has posted, now I will wake up completely different, taking the ocean of this oneness, the ocean and bringing that state into the beginning of waking state before picking the identity. Manifest oneness with Shiva, how to use the night. And Ma Kalakala Praise posted, we are already what we are trying to be. Ma Vamadeva has posted, overnight you sleep, think you are going in Samadhi. Actually, not just think, Swamiji is so beautifully revealed how, if we see, the moment that identity dissolves, it happens so unconsciously for us. We don't even know when our individuality just dissolves, what we are thinking as our solid identity, consistent name, consistent frame. Like Swamiji told, right? That's why in dream we go to a place we have never seen, we hear names we have never heard of, we see things that do not exist. So many different things we see. And the consistency as we think from the waking state completely drops, dissolves and disappears in the dream state. So that is what Swamiji explained, right? The 4 states of that deep sleep state, Sushupti, Swapna, Jagrat and Turiya. If we just are adding awareness when we are drifting through these different states from waking state to sleep and deep sleep, then how this experience will become Samadhi for us. Ma Tanya Devarne has posted, today I came to Satsang not with questions, but knowing what the answer is already within me. Grateful for Swamiji's presence in our life.
And Kiran Vakaya on YouTube has posted, the Samadhi that we try to practice is already happening every day. This is my learning for today. Yes, wonderful.
Jing Hong Zhang has posted, I will prepare for sleep with rituals, relaxation, reading my manifestation, meditation. Absolutely, yes, you should do that. And also, most important is what Swamiji said about observing the observer. Observe everything. Bring that awareness in you, then you don't fall into sleep. It becomes Nidra Samadhi Sthiti, the essence of today's Satsang. Nidra Samadhi Sthiti. You can go experience sleep in a completely different dimension. Actually, this whole concept of REM sleep or trying to have deep sleep, it is all spoken about so much today because people want to make sure they have enough rest. And sleep, the quality of sleep is largely reduced. So the way how Swamiji has done for all of us today, Swamiji has beautifully given the exact methodology, the precise science for it. I still see a lot more people joining in. Many more of you are posting. And for all of you, Jingzong Haya, you only need to put, see, when you go to sleep, just before falling asleep, bring the same awareness inside of you. And exactly what, like Swamiji told, right? Observing the observer. Then the sleep is not unconscious anymore. That as we drift into daily, it becomes Nidra Samadhi Sthiti. That is the experience today Swamiji has initiated. Yes, Ma Nitya Samarpini has posted, the consciousness, Paramashiva is flowing through me only, and any other thought is ego. Yes, that's beautiful. And so many more are posting. Come on, Kailasa Thiruvannamalai. I request all of you also to post. Each of you take a few minutes to post what you understood from today's satsang. One of the most, every one of us experience sleep, but it's so elusive. We never really understand what it is. And today Swamiji has so precisely mapped it for us, exactly how we drift into these different states and what is the right space to fall asleep into, and how that concept of falling asleep is itself completely changes. It becomes Samadhi. Yes. Cesar Rodriguez has posted, that's why devotion is the way. Yes, absolutely, Aya. Actually, I want to use your point as the answer to answer Leela Sai Kumar's question. He is asking, what exactly does observer do? See, observer determines the observed. Means, every one of us experiences the same reality. There are millions, all 8 billion people on planet Earth. Everybody goes through sleep. But what makes sleep different for us? Today that you've listened to it, till yesterday you might have been falling asleep as usual. But today, now that you've listened to it, what is going to make sleep different for you? What determines that sleep is going to be different for you? There is something beyond you that is witnessing daily how you drift into sleep, how you come back. The moment that observer's observing changes, the very concept of sleep, as you know, reintroduces itself to you. It changes. Are you understanding? Leela Sai Kumaraya. If you are, the observer determines the observed. The observer determines the outcome, what you are observing, the experience that you are having. So the observer determines the outcome. Catching it? So observer means the part of you inside of you that is experiencing all of it without being affected by it.
See, even as per the modern science, how much to the extent modern science is able to catch in quantum physics, this is what we call as the observer effect. When just by the mere act of observing, you can completely determine what is going to be the outcome of it. Like a simple example. See, this is applicable in every aspect of our life. Like how, based on who is observing you, how your behavior could change, how your personality changes. If someone is observing you, the moment you know someone is seeing you versus no one is seeing you, how when you change, same way, the reality gets impacted by just the mere act of observing.
And Cesar Rodriguez is asking, you are doing but not attached to the outcome, like Krishna says. Even-minded, and the yoga book, he kept saying how Krishna couldn't stress enough how even-minded is important. See, the word even-minded, once again, comes from, see, the concept of equanimity or even-mindedness. All of these, the concept itself is not wrong, it's true, but our idea of it is laden with so many complications that we attach to it, because it makes us feel like it's all about us, a discipline that we need to follow, something that we need to develop, where the dependency falls back onto us. But here, the mere act of observing changes. The mere act of observing changes what you experience. So the whole facet is different. It's the same destination we are walking towards, but the path of it is so profound, so easy, and so simple, because the very act of observing brings so much of awareness in you. Ma Samarpin is posted, wow, all the drama, stories, fears, tears, all drama against the screen of life. Waking up to I am the consciousness. Paramashiva is the deep sleep peace. Yes, I am consciousness is the ultimate truth. And that is what Swamiji is experientially giving to us. Just unclutching makes us see the whole ball game of it. Wonderful. I see more comments coming in, and all the participants, actually for everyone who are watching us on YouTube, this experience, you can have the most luxurious house, most expensive bed, and you can take the sleeping pills, you can do all of that, but still the quality of your sleep is determined by the state that you carry. These profound sciences that Swamiji is revealing. Even $1 billion cannot get you deep sleep. People try today so many things: temperature controlled beds, angle changes, pressure changes, air humidification, dehumidification, or the smell. There are smells that, there are many clinics that work on inducing smell to induce sleep. The teas, the type of what tea you drink just before you fall asleep, trying to eat dark chocolates, trying to pop pills just to settle the mood before falling asleep so people can experience sleep. Yet sleep is so disturbed for people today. Many countries are asking for National Sleep Day because there's extreme burnouts. There's so much tiredness. So even $1 billion of your wealth, how much of your wealth you may amass, knowledge you may amass, that's not going to give you the quality of life. But Swamiji is simply giving that through one initiation, by experientially making you realize what it means to fall asleep.
And Rafael is asking, Swamiji said Sakshi Bhava, not Baba, it's Sakshi Bhava. Can you explain a little bit of what this means, please? It's you being that observer in a state where you are the observer and start being a witness to everything. Sakshi means being a witness. So witnessing the witness, that state is what is a Sakshi Bhava. Now to all those who want to come experientially experience this, come attend the Paramashiva Sena program. This transformation is going to become your transformation. Now with this, we have come to the conclusion of today's satsang.
And we thank all of you for joining with us today. Let us all offer our gratitude to Swamiji. And please do sign up, all the participants, viewers on YouTube and Facebook. Please do take a few minutes to sign up on the link that is projected. And let us offer our gratitude to Swamiji and conclude with Purna Mantra. Om Purnamadav Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vasishyate. Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Tat Sat Sarvam Bhagavat Shri Nithyananda Paramashiva Padukarpanamastu. Om Nithyanandam. Thank you all. Nithyanandam.
श्रीकैलासोन्नतद्वादशान्तश्यामलापीठारूढ श्रीमीनाक्षिसुन्दरेश्वरा भिन्नस्वरूप परशिवपुत्ररत्न कुमार गुरुमण्यतुल्यावतार श्रीपार्वतीस्तन्यपानलब्धदिव्यज्ञान विश्रुतसकलनिगमागमसारभूतद्राविडवेदप्रवक्त्रे श्रीमत्परमशिवकरुणासमधिगतमुक्तामयचतुरश्रयान् गीयमानछत्रचामर श्रीचिह्नकाहलादिसमस्तबिरदावल्यलङ्कृत ज्ञानविज्ञानचक्रवर्ती सर्वजनसङ्घसद्यो निर्वाणदीक्षाव्ययापवर्गवर्ष विश्राण जीमूत परमतकलभकेसरी शैवसिद्धान्तस्थापनाचार्य श्रीराजाधिराज पाण्ड्य महाराज गुरु क्षपणशाक्यादिमहान्धकारनिवारणज्ञानभानु वीक्षणानर्हार्हध्वजोच्छेदनपूर्वक श्रीमद्वृषभध्वजस्थापक शैव समयकर्त्रे सर्वज्ञपीठारूढ श्रीजगद्गुरु श्रीज्ञानसम्बन्धदेशिक स्वामि वागीशसुन्दरमाणिक्यवाचक स्वामिनाम् अवतारभूत श्रीज्ञानसम्बन्ध स्वामि पुनरुद्धृत श्यामलापीठ सर्वज्ञपीठ त्रिनवत्युत्तरद्विशततम गुरुमहासन्निधान अरुणगिरियोगीश्वर परम्परागत अरुणाचल सर्वज्ञपीठ गुरुमहासन्निधान कैलास परम्परागत काञ्ची कैलास सर्वज्ञपीठ त्रयस्त्रिंशदुत्तरद्विशततम गुरुमहासन्निधान नित्योत्सव नित्यमङ्गल नित्यकल्याण नित्यरजित कैलास परम्परागत आदिकैलास नित्यानन्दपीठ महासंस्थान महासिंहासन पीठकर्तः साक्षात् श्री परमशिव समुद्भूत कैलास परम्परागत वैवस्वतमनु इक्ष्वाकु हरिश्चन्द्र भगीरथ श्रीरामचन्द्र शूरसेन इत्यादि अनवच्छिन्न सार्वभौम चक्रवर्ति परम्परागत चतुष्षष्टि योगिनी मण्डित चतुष्षष्टि सम्प्रदाय प्रवर्तक मनुधर्म शासन सूर्यवंश प्राप्त सर्वज्ञपीठ सुरांगी साम्राज्य मूर्धाभिषिक्त चूडामणे साक्षात् श्री परमशिव समुद्भूत कपिल महागुरु पुनरुद्धृत महानिर्वाणि पीठ अष्टोत्तर सहस्र श्री महामण्डलेश्वर साक्षात् श्री परमशिव सिंहासनाभिषिक्त समस्त गणनायक श्री महागणपति समारंभ अनवच्छिन्न पीठाधीश्वर गुरु परंपरा प्राप्त अटल पीठ अष्टोत्तर सहस्र श्री अटल पीठाधीश्वर धर्म मुक्ति स्वर्गपुर स्वर्ण पीठ त्रयोविंश गुरु महासन्निधान कैलास परम्परागत आदिपीठ सर्वज्ञ पीठ जगद्गुरो श्री कैलास पुनरुद्धारक श्री कैलास परमाचार्य श्रीमत्परमहंस परिव्राजकाचार्य वर्य सच्चिदानंद प्रणव स्वरूप श्रोत्रिय ब्रह्मनिष्ठ श्रीमज्जगद्गुरु श्रील श्री भगवत् श्री नित्यानंद परमशिव श्री ज्ञान संबंध देशिक परमाचार्य स्वामिन् अत्रागत्य परिपाल्य च अस्मान् विज्ञान वितरणेन विजयी भव जय जय।